Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to Endless Legend. Have you heard the news, everybody? Recently Amplitude posted a very nice blog on their website talking about what they have been working on in relation to Endless Legend, and they know that many of you, and myself included, let's be honest, were craving for a new major patch and update for Endless Legend, so the devs have come out, said specifically what they were busy doing in the last couple of days, or rather weeks in fact. And yeah, talked about a lot of interesting things, and I encourage you to check out the article. Now, I am even more happy about this than you might be, because this means that I shouldn't brag, but I feel like I wanna... Yeah, you know, I am a VIP, so I get to play with those changes already. Unfortunately, I'm really busy at the moment, so I don't have the time to do it properly yet. I'll only be able to, you know, go at it tomorrow, but from what I've played so far, oh yeah, it's gonna be great. That's all I can say, but seriously, guys, just wait. I cannot wait. I mean, I can wait because I already have it, but still, I'm really happy about this. Either way, in regards to what we are doing right now in this playthrough, because it's also relevant, because that's why you're watching this video, guys, to watch how I progress in the Waters playthrough, which, by the way, oh no, I won't tell you anything, no, anything about the Waters. I was going to say something important, but I stopped myself. You have to wait for the patch notes. Either way, what I have done so far, well, I went into Allradan and I decided to actually put the city into dust production because I could use some dust to buy out forces faster in my cities, and I'll probably slowly do the same thing in most of my other cities. I mean, some of them are already working on... Oh, I forgot I wanted to go for influence for turn 140. You know what, that ain't a bad idea. Let's just focus on influence as much as possible and gain enough of it to do whatever I want with the Empire plan when I have that opportunity. Ursus, you continue working on Central Market. This is a city, keep in mind, that I need to create 3 more barrow streets in, so I need a lot more production, a lot more food, and a lot more population in the city to actually achieve that, if I'll be able to do this before this series ends, which might not necessarily happen, but hey, we will try. Either way, I certainly do not have the necessary ingredients to make this city awesome. That's why I'm working on industry and nothing else, because I need to get my Central Market up and running ASAP. Content is fine, but I would like to have a little bit more happiness. After that, I'll definitely go for fish farms and plow factory, and I can actually buy them out, which I will do. And an immediate benefit will be far greater if I go for the fish farm, because there are quite a lot of river towns in my city area. Are there actually? 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives me what? 2. Okay, so that's 8. That's more than 5. Because keep in mind, I'll not be working on food production in the city just yet, because I need to create some structures first. So let's buy out the fish farm. I didn't have the dust to buy out the plow factory, but it's okay. Then let's follow it up with deep generator, because it is going to also be very helpful in regards to pretty much everything. So we want that. My army, those guys are just simply assembling here. They will be standing where they are. Or actually, now that I think about it, I want to move them into Coal City. Now, the reason for that is fairly simple, actually, because armies that are stationed inside cities, you do not have to pay for. And that's actually quite a substantial dust that you have to spend to maintain every single army. Not unit, you have to pay for individual units as well, but armies, oh yeah, that adds up a lot. So I want to move all my units into Coal City and have them stay there until they form armies strong enough to actually assault anything. Alrighty, this army is not quite ready to actually assault and retake Radalta, but it is getting there. After I have Radalta, I'll re-assimilate the Ursus, because they have been doing quite well for me, and I like them more than Sudex, honestly. Meanwhile, my friends, my Broken Lord friends, they have actually grown Old Capital quite a bit, and in fact, they set this up in such a way that I can easily get Barrow Streets level 2 if I put the Barrow Streets in on this tile, which I might do, just to show you how Barrow Streets level 2 look for the voters, which, you know, is extra graphic, and extra graphics are always nothing to sniff at. It's not necessarily where I would have expanded to, because, keep in mind, Auriga Ruins, yeah, they give you nothing, and in general I would go south, where there is forest with extra industry, food, and science instead of north. I mean, there is a bit of water, but that's not really all that amazing. So there is that. Either way, let's go ahead and recapture the city, because it is rightfully mine. It is where I started after all. So let's go ahead and see what the enemy has. A bunch of ended, including the one that is defending. Now, I could auto battle and I would win this decisively, because as I have proven times and times again, with reinforcements, AI thinks that they are super weak when they are not, in fact. I'm still going to easily win this battle, but I will take some casualties, and because I'm an honest and not cheating person, I do want to actually suffer those casualties because that is only fair, at least in my eyes. Alright then, how do I want to set my units up? Well, considering the fact that I'll be probably pushing the enemy armies quite hard, I'll try to get them as close to the action as possible, but I'm actually tempted to leave one marine on this side so they can bombard the enemy from the shore. Might be interesting, especially since if the enemy does not deploy on those tiles, I will be pretty much unreachable because it's impossible to cross this water tower over here, and this tower is outside of the city battle. So I'll leave those marines over there, but Hero, no, Hero has to be somewhere else. I cannot deploy him in a city tower, so I cannot deploy anything anywhere here, but it's still good enough. I could deploy the Hero over here, but this is a low ground, and I would rather not stand on the low ground, if you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and press the ready button, and then follow it up with assigning some orders. Now, what do I want to do with my Ramblers? I want to keep them on assault stance, because I wanted to go into the enemy's face and just wreck them. And hopefully also stop them in, like, more or less this area. And why are they... Don't tell me that they want to walk like this, because if that's the case, then... That's really weird. Alright, you know what? You just do whatever. I don't trust you not to mess up if I give you any other command. Just do whatever. I don't care. Can you go into the city tower? No, apparently not. Alright, then just stay here, I guess. I'll actually tell her to move over here. She will be it's a he, for crying out loud. He will be a little bit more exposed, but it's still fine-ish. And I'll be able to deal with this. And those marines, they are obviously going to stand on this tower where they can attack the enemy from a very, very nice angle. Alright, so... Those marines did absolutely nothing. Good job, guys. You were supposed to attack something. Well, so far this is going amazing. That's sarcasm, by the way, since my units are obviously quite clearly not doing their rightful job and work. Thankfully, my hero is beefy enough to actually one-hit KO those ended, which is nice. By the way, you may be noticing that the frame rate is actually a little bit choppy and laggy, even for YouTube standards. That is actually because my frame rate is unusually below 30 frames per second right now. Quite a bit as well, and unfortunately I cannot do anything about this. I have had my computer online for a very long time, and since I'm working on something I cannot turn it off. I can reload it, and it's tired, it needs some rest, but I cannot reload it, and I have to record this videocast. So the only thing I can do right now in this scenario is simply record at a lowered frame rate. I know it's subpar viewing experience, but I think you can handle it. Alright, effing Marines, can you please, for crying out loud, do something useful? I mean, I trust you to be able to do something. Anything great. You know what, just attack. I don't care anymore how you do it. Just attack, and you just says you go over here because you'll probably be able to fire out quite a few enemies from this area. So there is that. Those guys have their orders queued up, and it's very nice because keep in mind I do have the sweep ability, which deal quite a bit of damage to the opponents. Now I'll move this Rambler back because he has taken a beating. And there is no problem, I can move him back and then move him back in, and at the very least this will make him survive for a little bit longer and let this Rambler tank some more damage. Also walk to this tower right here, because I want to damage those two and at the same time if at all possible. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and load the current set of orders. Will my marines do something useful for a change? That is today's question. Yes, indeed, they will actually attack. What a shock, what a surprise. Alright. Rambler is running away like he should, and the hero is walking forward just a little bit, but this will be enough to finish off the enemy. The battle is won, unless the enemy gets one more reinforcement in, which is possible. I have not been counting the amount of armies I've been killing. Yes, indeed, the enemy did gain a reinforcement, but they're exposed immediately to my fire ranged attacks, and yeah, that will be a swipe. I will take a bit of the damage for the Rambler. He might die. No, his defense is way too good to die. So this will be good enough. Now the enemy is going to go down, and this was an easy victory for me, because I'm pretty sure that even if the enemy does have more units, they will not be able to reinforce anymore. I could be mistaken though. Oh yeah, I am, of course. Every time I say I could be mistaken, I actually am. That's just how it is. Alright, you focus on that, everybody else focus. Yeah, I'm liking the current focus fire order. You fire on that, you fire on that. You actually focus on this. You guys, yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. The enemy should fall quite easy. I could have ordered my Ramblers not to attack at all. But I think that after my Archers fire, I will not even have to attack to finish off the enemy. Maybe, just maybe, if the enemy targets the wrong, if my Maris target the wrong targets, but I think it will be fine because no, one, and that indeed did survive and dealt some extra damage to my Rambler. Almost killed it, in fact, but it's still alive, and unfortunately my Ramblers are damned enough to continue charging again, which will cause me to lose both of them. Unfortunately, there isn't anything I can do about that. Both of them would die because they are too stupid to protect their lives. I mean, I'm fine with that, technically speaking. I did order them to do that. I just wish I had the chance to tell them to actually not suicide, because I just lost two very expensive units where I really didn't need to, because they were not doing anything for me. Either way, battle was won as expected. Those guys took a very long round home, but all and dead are dead, and at the cost of 2 Ramblers, that is a high cost, but I will take it because it's a fairly good city that I had the opportunity to take back. Alright, since I am doing all this warfare stuff, I think I'll dedicate this here to actually being warlike warmonger. Because, sure, how they called? Oh yeah, Wild Walkers heroes are very good governors with the amount of industry they can give your cities, but right now I just want to kill things, so I'll do just that. So what can I have? I can make the hero recover faster. Kinda tempting because I fear I might lose her, but I can produce enough dust to actually heal her from pretty much anything. City defense cap, not working right now. Extra experience or units, okay, not amazing. This isn't useful. Less dust spent on armies, no. I'll just have to go for the extra ranged attack. Yeah, I think that's a fairly good idea. And while I'm getting there, let's grab some extra vision accessory slot. I do want extra movement speed because it's nice, but at the same time it's not crucial for me. I'll just slowly make my way towards the enemy cities and this will be fine. Good enough for me at the very least. Alright, so Old Capital is back. That's a fairly interesting way that the enemy decided to set up the population, but I guess I'll take it. I do need center market, definitely, because, you know, those guys don't really like me all that much. I will also make barrel streets just because I want to show you level 2 barrel streets for the voters. And I'll focus on industry just so I can actually indeed show it to you before this video cast ends, otherwise it will take forever. It's still going to take a long time, but at least it will be within the realms of reasonability. Which is a word, by the way. I know you weren't aware that this is the case, but it actually is a word. I'm lying, by the way, it's not. Alright then, I think that's good enough for this turn. Is there anything else I need to take care of? Yes, those guys need to be reassigned inside a city. That is fairly nice. Still producing some dust, but not enough quite yet. Producing a lot of influence, which is very important for me as well. Which actually will... yeah, I have 309 influence. I'll take one more city probably. So those costs will increase significantly. Yeah, it could be hard to go for something like this. I mean, even now I will need 640 influence, which is a lot. I will not be able to get that in 10 turns. But it's worse than that. I mean, maybe I could get this amount of influence into the 10 turns, but since I'll get 1, maybe even 2 more cities before the new Empire plans actually goes into effect, I'll certainly not be able to afford this kind of thing, so I have to choose one of those things. Either extra movement speed or extra attack on units. I'll probably go for the attack just so my Ramblers in the future will be able to one-shot those ended instead of two-shotting them. Especially with the swap ability, this would be nice. It would also work well on the ended themselves, because if I get the chain lining to actually work, then this will be devastating, but I don't think I'll put any ended in my armies. I would much rather just spam Ramblers because, well, they are effective. They really are. And they fulfill the roles of tanks as well, which is exactly what I need. So, let's use this army, which actually does have ended, which is nice. They are cool. They might not be exactly what I need with my current unit composition, but they will get their work done. And let's auto-battle this. I'll easily win this fight, and I don't think there's any need to, you know, play it out, especially since ended are so slow. It will take me forever to actually finish this fight, so let's do it. Rambler have taken a ton of damage for no reason, but ended can actually be quite dangerous, so I can see the Rambler taking this much damage. It's okay. My units have leveled up a bit, and the city is mine again. And it feels like it has less than 7 population. Oh no, it actually is 7. Alright, that's not a lot of population, but I'll take it. Central Market obviously is going to be our focus for today in the city. Hey, Central Market, thank you. And what do we want to do next? I guess I'll start trying to go towards the enemy area. I'll not assault the enemy cities, I'll just make sure that this army I have right here, it will be ready as a reinforcement army for my main army, so I can kill the enemy more efficiently if I somehow lose units during a combat, during battle rather. So there is this possibility. Now, what else do I need to do? I need to re-assimilate the Ursus. Now, if I were to expel the Ursus, then I would have lost them forever and I wouldn't be able to assimilate them back. But since I only lost control of the region I had them in, I can re-assimilate them. However, the downside is it costs 170 influence. Do I want to do this regardless? Yes, because A, it's a fairly good manufacturing bonus for my empire, because I'm struggling with industry a little bit, and secondly, as we have proven before, they are very good tanks and exactly the kind of unit that I want and need. And since I do need this influence quite badly. Let's have a quick look at the simulate bar again. 360 just to get to one of those. Can I get to 360? Oh yeah, in just 110. Oh yeah, I'm actually producing 67 influence per 10. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's perfectly fine if I assimilate the Ursus right away. And I should still have the unit template ready. Yes, indeed I do, which is just perfect. Let's have a quick look at my main army. I will probably make it stay in old capital, but this would really unassign my hero and I don't want to do this. So I'll just make sure that the main army stays here, but doesn't actually move anywhere per se. And the army in the cool city, well, I'll speed by out the Rambler. And that's about it in terms of what I can do. And once the Rambler is ready, maybe I'll also wait for the Marine. Why not? Yeah, after Rambler and Marine, actually I don't need this extra Marine. My main army has a ton of Marines. So after the Rambler is ready, I will send him towards my main army, reinforce with it, and support it with whatever leftovers I have that didn't fit into the original army. Also, I'll send this Marine into Cool City so I can have even more reinforcements later down the line, which would be good, in fact. Alright, anything else I need to deal with right now? It doesn't feel like this. Everything is going swimmingly. Let's end the turn again. And take a bit of a small sip of water. So give me a second. Yes, it's water again, not juice. I would have to go downstairs. Yeah, it's not actually up here. I just checked. No. Because I'm a dummy. Alright, give me a second. You may have also noticed that my allergy seems to be gone. Yeah, it's actually kinda awesome, because I should still theoretically have my allergy, and I still wake up having an extreme case of allergy, but I actually went to the drugstore and I was like, yo mama, give me them better pills, yo. Them all of us, and walking. And she was like, okay honey. And I got some different pills than the ones I was using before, and they actually work better. Which is like, wow. Also, it says they work for 24 hours from my experience yesterday and today. Well, today isn't really enough for experience, but from my experience yesterday, they work for like, I would say like 10 hours. And I think that's a fairly good deal, in fact, because usually when there's like a medication or something that says, yeah, it works for 24 hours, honest, it works for like 4 or 5 or something, tops. And this one actually works for like 10 instead of 24. And I wasn't expecting it to work for 24 hours, because nothing does really. Maybe the fact that I am rather big, stumpy dude, kinda like a Rambler, does have something to do with that, because, you know, more body mass means that I need more medication to actually have the same effect like normal people. But either way, you know what I mean. It's still nice, it actually works, so I'm not gonna complain at all, because allergy, it's so effing annoying. If you don't have allergy to anything, you have no idea. I used to have allergy to animals, animal fairs to be more exactly, and I still have an allergy to some types of food, although it is kind of disappearing right now, nowadays. And I still have allergy to plenty of plants, which is staying there and is not going anywhere. Still, it's okay. Alright, cool city, this is actually too big of an army, so let's create this army right here. It looks like the Marine did finish in this turn, which is kind of significant, so I'll attach this army to this army, which is a very descriptive way of saying things, I know, and start saying it towards the old capital, and accompanied by this Marine unit right there. Meanwhile, old capital isn't going to do anything, and those guys are also not going to do anything, so somebody has more movement points. I have no idea who, however, because the game is not telling me, but... Oh no, I made a settler! Well, at least he's done now. He finished his ability training and he's ready for action. That guy. That guy, he's a hero among my people. He's immortal. He's been here since the dawn of time, but he's also the most brain-dead and slow learner in the history of the waters. It took him so long to learn how to carry, I don't know, a bag of seeds and some, I don't know, building material to actually create a new city. He's a very slow learner, but hey, he passed his final exams finally and is capable of doing what he's supposed to do. He is capable of actually being useful for the society. It's too bad that the society has no use for him though. I guess, yeah, you cannot have everything you need, and also the city does not have sewer systems, what? Well, that's surprising, I'll be entirely honest with you. Let's get the deep generator, why not? The city is actually growing quite nicely right now. And just because it is, I'll also go for winter shutters as well. And for the sewer system, just because, you know, sewer system is nice. Maybe my seller will work on the sewer system, why not? Actually, he doesn't have to, because he's a seller, he no longer is a population point, so he's, you know, he's happy because he no longer has to be a farmer or an industrial worker or anything. He's just idling right now, drinking some pina colada or marijuana. What? No, I meant to say martini for crying out loud. That's quite a different thing, kids. When you go into a bar, don't order marijuana. No. Order martini. It's a very big difference. I mean, I can't tell from experience, thankfully. And I don't think anybody should be able to tell from experience. At least that's better for you if you are not able to tell from experience. But I'm still fairly sure there is a difference right there. So guys, in bars, order martini. And if you order something else that starts with the letter M, just be very careful what you say, because you could order the wrong thing and this will be very, very awkward very quickly. Wow. Alrighty then, Varais, what can you do for me? Well, since all my cities are right now developing quite nicely, I think I'll install deep generator in all of them, because hey, why not? They have the decent amount of population, might as well do it. Do you want to go for Flower Factory or Winter Houses? I mean, Flower Factory is basically only 5 food for my city, because I don't care enough to actually grow the city, so I'll not place any population on food production. Because you know, I'm just focusing on trying to kill the enemy. So I need to have as much influence on dust as possible, and I don't really care about anything else. Not right now anyway. If the enemy launches another successful counter-attack, then I might considering rethinking my strategy, because in the long run it is a better idea to actually continue growing your city even if you focus on something else. So I should have like this amount of people on food and also have Plow Factory to have it work better. This is the proper quote-unquote strategy when you play in this game. However, since right now AI is a little bit dumb and cannot do anything else other than war, and there is no multiplayer in yet and whatnot, I can get away with not doing this, and I'll probably win this way faster than I would if I were to play it properly and actually go for a bit of food as well. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, we are on 133, which is quite a bit into the game, I have to admit, but still, you know the drill. Alright, Yudo says you have nothing more to do, let's just finish this turn, and in fact, this videocast has been long enough by now. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bread and Sickles is done, so this means we are much more happier, which is good, I guess. Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, my people are starting to become happy again, which is very nice. They're singing in the rain and whatnot, which is again very nice. Which I wish I could watch in Korea. As an entertainment is, you know, putting together some singing in the rain musicals with, you know, a bunch of actors. Some of them I really like, 2 in particular. One of those actors just somehow happens to be Asanish, also known as the Girls' Generation member, which is why I know about this musical to begin with. But there are some also other Korean actor that I particularly like as well. I wish I could be there and watch it and actually, you know, appreciate it. None of this is going to happen though, so I guess I'll have to suffer, but whatever. Now, before we end though, let's just pick some kind of research. What do we want is the question. And considering the fact that I want to be able to buy out my units... Actually, you know what? No, what I want more than being able to buy out units, I want them to stay alive. So let's actually go ahead and go for uncommon armor. This will make my units survive much more hits. And especially considering the fact that I do not actually have any special armors researched at all. In any way, shape or form. So yeah, we do want that. Let's start researching this, and this will be good enough for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.